Yo, what is up guys? It is Esports Content Entertainment coming at you guys with another video here today. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Doublelift and 100 Thieves. So roughly about a week and a half ago, when we were still, watching the 2022 League of Legends World Championship, LEC Wulo actually made a tweet talking about Doublelift, saying that Doublelift has actually considered returning to pro play. As you guys already know, Doublelift retired at the beginning of the 2021 LCS season after he and TSM went 0-6 during the 2020 League of Legends World Championship, where they got completely destroyed by Genji, Fnatic, and LGD. So we haven't seen Doublelift compete in the LCS for 2 years actually. And as you guys already know, the guy that I usually do a lot of content with, Chaz, actually pointed out that it's for Doublelift, it's literally title or bust. And I agree with that. Literally a player like Doublelift wants to compete on an org who has shown competitive success. So that would either be between TSM, Team Liquid, Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, and 100 Thieves. So he's not going to be ever playing for TSM ever again. He's never going to play for Team Liquid ever again. Those ships have already sailed. So that leaves just 3. Evil Geniuses, 100 Thieves, and Cloud9. I don't think Cloud9 would ever take Doublelift, so that just only leaves Evil Geniuses and 100 Thieves. Now, it depends on which org he thinks can put around the best players for him. I think Evil Geniuses are still leaning into that more like grabbing up rookies and developing them, but that only probably really was because of Peter Dunn, actually. So we're gonna have to see how they develop, another new ADC. So I think that just leaves 100 Thieves. And I did call this other player that might be potentially joining 100 Thieves, if you guys have watched my Cloud9 podcast. So Travis Gafford actually put out this tweet roughly about, well, right now when it's my time, it's like 11:11 right here because I'm on the West Coast. This was put out just like 30 minutes ago. And it says, while nothing has been agreed to right now, sources say that the leading candidate for Doublelift's return to pro is currently 100 Thieves. If that does occur, the leading candidates for the roster are Bjergsen, Spica, and Busio. Someday is not out of consideration either. So there is quite a bit to go over right now for that. That is just insane. So I talked about maybe 100 Thieves should go after Bjergsen. Okay, people get this construed all the time. I don't hate Bjergsen. I just don't think he's as insane as a lot of people have always made out to be. I think he's been really good, but he's never been on that level that people like to put him out. Now, I personally think Bjergsen would it be an upgrade over Abadaga? I mean, it really just depends on how you see it. Bjergsen and Abadaga really were pretty inconsistent this year. I think Abadaga had way more standout performances than Bjergsen. I think taking Bjergsen for Abadaga right now is just at worst a side grade, but it might be a potential upgrade in the future. I think Bjergsen's playstyle would fit 100 Thieves better, actually. Spica, I think Spica had an okay year on TSM. It was a middle of the pack, maybe top 4 jungler, but would that be an upgrade over closer? I don't personally think so, but Doublelift and Bjergsen and Spica saw success in the LCS at one point, so they would definitely want to play with each other, right? Players that have synergy. And then Busio was already announced to be 100 Thieves' newest starting support over Huhi. Now, the thing here is I just don't think 100 Thieves would ever not play with Someday. Someday had a really insane year, actually. Like, despite kind of failing at the 2020 League of Legends World Championship, it wasn't Someday's fault. Like, you gotta look, like, he's played well all year, despite in 2021, being kind of on the downward trajectory. He completely bounced back for 2022. So I personally think getting rid of Someday would just be ridiculous. Or, I don't know, maybe 100 Thieves has considered it. I don't think that they should. He's honestly one of the best top laners in the LCS. He proved that this year. But this was the video that Travis put out. Let me actually watch this.
Hello everyone, just got done with Hotline League, but I got a second source on this, so it's ironic that I can go with it now and not before the start of Hotline League. It was still a good show. There is, first off, a video sponsored by Alienware, which is this video. Secondly,
thank you.
The leading candidate for the Doublelift team, and nothing is agreed to completely or locked yet, but as of right now, the team that is in the lead is 100 Thieves. And that team would have, again, the roster that is in the lead right now for Doublelift would be Spica, Bjergsen, Doublelift, Busio support, and then unclear at this time who top. Maybe someday, but it's not 100% sure yet. I mean, none of this is 100% sure, but the someday situation I think is the least sure part of it. So obviously this is a super team in some sense, and I'm very curious to see how the community reacts to it. I obviously am very excited to see Peter potentially coming back into the league. I think it'd be really fun to see him with Bjergsen and Spica because they're all very entertaining. They're all good pals, and I just feel like the content, which 100 Thieves hopefully does, that would come out of that team would be very fun. What's interesting about this is that I think this would just become, based off of the other rumors that I'm hearing, probably the most popular team in the league out the gate. I mean, I think there's been a little bit of backlash against veterans like Doublelift and Bjergsen over the years, and so maybe not. But with all the other rumors that I'm hearing, I feel like the league will, at least from a storyline perspective, going into the start of summer, if this comes true, if 100T ends up being able to lock these guys in, which, you know, again, things could still fall through. Nobody has completely agreed to terms yet, but...
I mean, Bjergsen is looking to join a team. Spica is not going to be on TSM. I mean, would they be the most popular team? By just player-wise? Yeah, I would say that. But could this roster really compete? I mean, Bjergsen did not look good this year, guys. He did not look that good. I mean, Doublelift has still kept up his skill. You know, when you look at his streams, I Spica can definitely still compete. When Doublelift plays with supports, those supports always end up having very bad stories about him, just depending on which support, you know, you're talking about. You know, just, we'll have to see how it goes, I guess.
100T is the leading candidate, as I was saying, according to the sources that I am talking to. I think I would expect EG and 100T, based off of the rumors so far, to be like the two big teams that people are talking about going into the spring of next year. This roster obviously very compelling. A lot of people are really excited about the idea of Doublelift coming back. I think they'd be really excited about Doublelift and Bjerg reuniting. Spica obviously a huge part of that. So we'll see if 100T is able to lock it in. But right now they seem to be the leading candidate. There's a couple other teams that are in the running for this, but not like major brand teams. I've not heard, for instance, of like...
Well, you had FlyQuest that were rumored to, like, they want to spend big, but, like, it's FlyQuest at the end of the day. It's like, what can you really do with that org? But if they want to spend big money, I mean, those be the players that you definitely want to get.
TL or TSM or C9 trying to make a play for these guys. So of the ones that are there, 100T looks to be in the lead. Anyway, what do you think about a Doublelift Bjergsen reunion with Spica?
Doublelift Bjergsen reunion. I mean, when Doublelift and Bjergsen were on the same team, it was... I mean, when they first joined the team together, it was during the LCS 2016 spring split when they were on a team officially together. I mean, they essentially dominated the LCS. I mean, there was the 2017 LCS spring split where Doublelift retired, like, took a break that split, and they played with Wild Turtle. But TSM still won without Doublelift. So yeah, they've won how many titles with Doublelift together? Like, what, 3, right? They won the summer of that year in 2016. They won the summer in 2017 together with Doublelift. Then they won the summer of 2020. So yeah, 3 summer splits, one with Doublelift. So yeah, that's definitely a recipe for success. Doublelift is the most winningest player in the LCS. So yeah, having Doublelift a part of this org would be a really big thing, honestly. The thing here is Doublelift going to be able to compete on par with other ADCs in the league? Because people thought Bjergsen was just going to come back and just be pretty much top 3, top 4. There was very questionable moments this guy, not even just questionable moments, just like there were so many more other players that were just better than Bjergsen or just about on his level that you're sitting there thinking to yourself, why'd I really have this guy when these other guys are just as good and they're probably cheaper on their contract too? You know, same thing with Doublelift. So we knew that the 100 Thieves roster was going to get blown up after how badly they performed at the 2022 League of Legends World Championship. There's another 100 Thieves video I'm going to be doing right after this one, and it's, yeah, this is going to look completely different for them. And that's actually good. You know, when you have the same roster and coaching staff for a couple years, it's about time you just try to just change it up. I mean, if you're not seeing success, you might as well just change it up, right? What's the point of keeping some shit that's not working out anymore. Just be a waste of time, right? So yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys later. Let me know what you guys think about 100 Thieves potentially having Bjergsen, Spica, and Doublelift. That would be crazy to think about. But this offseason has already showed us that anything is possible. I will see you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I am MSK, and this is Esports Content Entertainment, your one place for esports content. Alright guys, deuces.